Hey guys, Foxy back with a new video. Today we will be discussing the most versatile Guild War and Siege offense in this game. But first of all, before I go in, look at this public chat. I just say hi and I get this really often. Is it really Foxy? I'm not a myth, guys. You can click on my name and you'll see a blue slime. That's obviously me. No one's looking at this legend record to see if it's the real Foxy, but just look at this blue slime and you know it's me, okay? And this photo, of course. Anyways, now that I got that out of the way, I'm gonna showcase to you guys what is the most versatile Guild War offense and Siege. And for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna use the Siege to show you the units, okay? So the most versatile Guild War team is this. It works for Guild War, it works for Siege because of how this team operates. It's like cleaving because you take out a unit off the bat with the copper. So I'll show you the runes here. Make sure you don't skip anything and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you like content like this. So I'd say around this year, I forget the exact time, they actually buffed Bulldozer. So now it gives you a defense leader skill. It gives you 21% extra defense. So there is no excuse why your Copper and Bulldozer team should not be made and destroying easy teams. And I'll just tell you, and I'll explain to you what type of team you can bring this composition into. So if you're watching this, you don't have it, start farming while you watch. So I'm gonna show you the runes first. Right here, so Bulldozer, how to rune Bulldozer, really simple. All you need is one will set. It doesn't matter what else the other unit runes are. If it's a Rage Will, fantastic, you know, it's super premium. But for me, I just put in some, you know, weird poverty runes that I rolled, and my Copper Bulldozer team is right here, right? So here is the monsters. It's not even grinding, oh my goodness. Anyways, why it's so easy to rune is because, one, you only need 70% crit rate and as much defense and crit damage as possible while being on a will set. And the will is important, really important, because of how full power punch works. You ignore defense and then you go get stunned, but will runes counter that. And that's why will runes is crucial, okay? So that's how you build your Bulldozer. Maximum defense and crit damage with 70 crit rate. You'll notice I have more than that, no big deal, right? Because when you use Immensity should be runed on Swift. Swift broken, Swift whatever. It just needs to be a little bit tanky. It doesn't really matter the stats because the concept of this team is you two-shot something and you want 3v1 the remaining unit, right? That's how this team works. So for this team, depending on your Immensity, how fast it is, that dictates how many teams you can fight, right? You want first turn and you want to use Copper Bulldozer to take out the threat. So then your Immensity, like I said, it can be a full broken, a little bit tanky, whatever, it gives you defense buff, but the speed of your Immensity will dictate what you can hit. So the big Copper right here, this is my Copper on Rage Guard. Doesn't need to be will runes because your Copper will always get the resurge first from your Immensity's third skill right here, the Marching Shout. You will always give it to Copper first and therefore it does not need will. And its skill, Thunder Strike, does not put you in a stun state like Dozer does, Bulldozer. So for you guys who don't know how to find the most optimal damage for Thundering Strike and the skill right here, what's it called, Full Power Punch, what you can do is use the optimizer and you put in optimizing, you filter by customizing Thunder Strike, and then you ignore defense and you always crit, and you will find how to rune it. Okay, so the nature of this team here, you know, again, you only need 70 crit rate. However, Copper is actually a little bit different than Bulldozer because it actually scales off defense, flat defense, and attack percent and flat attack. So that's why you will see that this rune here has attack percent here. This really should be maxed out, and you will see that, you know, I do value the attack percent here in this guard rune, right? So attack percent does change the amount of damage you do. However, you don't need such good runes like this, and I'll give you an example, okay? Because realistically, when you fight teams like this, let me just browse and show you what teams you can hit with Copper Bulldozer, okay? Do you know why this team on the right is easier to Copper Bulldozer? The answer is because, first of all, I don't think this Ritesh is like a 70,000 Ritesh and is gonna live my copper. For you guys who can't build a 50k copper, your runes just needs to be maxed and your towers need to be maxed, okay? 50k copper with Bulldozer lead is not really hard to get. Even a 45k copper, I don't think many Ritesh's at your level is at 45-50k where your copper can't hit it. So the way that this team hits, I'm not going to enter because I'm saving this for a future video. Your copper hits the win unit, which is gonna be the Ritesh here or the Gene. And I'm picking Ritesh because Ritesh can defense break and then control your team. And your Bulldozer is on Will, therefore your Gene is not going to do anything. If it gives the second skill right here, Prayer Protection, for the Kumar, fantastic. You'll just bulldoze the Gene right when you get the turn because you're on Will and you're not going to get controlled. And then eventually you 3v1 the Kumar. So in this situation, it works because first you can take first turn order, and two, there is no there's no control on this side. You can take your will runes away and punish your Bulldozer for taking second turn after a long time because it has no speed. Right, so that's free Copper Bulldozer food. Same concept here, free Copper Bulldozer food, right? I don't know why this is so high, but think about it right here. You take first turn, unless that's a swift beta with 300 speed. Most betas are unbalanced, so it's a pretty safe choice to use Copper onto the beta, right? And then you use Dozer to take down the Kumar, and then you 1v3 the Theomars, right? So very easy right there. And this, I don't even know what this is, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna look at the most meta defenses, and we know what this is all about. Free arena food. How are you positive? Anyways, moving on, right? So let's find some more meta defenses, right? Like look at this. Also free Copper Bulldozer food. You copper the Molong because it has the stun, right? As long as your Messity goes before the Molong, you copper the Molong, and then you bulldoze or something else, like the Kumar, and then you 1v3 the Chandra. However, Kumar is pretty high HP, and Bulldozer's third skill does do less than Bulldozer. Bulldozer skill 3 full power punch does less than Copper's Thundering Strike, so be aware of that. And this team is super common. You have a Kamoon Theomars and then a win unit like a Wind Monkey. It could be a Ritesh, it could be a Chasun, and in this case it's super free. The only time you lose is when your Bulldozer's hot garbage and you cannot kill off the Kamoon. So what you do here is you bring in, how is this positive? So what you do here is, it's almost like no risk here, unless your Bulldozer, like I said, is hot garbage. You copper the Chasun because that's the give, that's the sustain. It's the attack buff for the Theomars to go in hot. You copper that, get that out of a playing field. If your Messity gets outsped by Chasun Theomars Kamoon team, very questionable. Okay, very questionable. And then after you get rid of the Chasun, the Kamoon will go, the Theomars will go, and it's really hard for me to believe that this unit right here can bomb proc so many times on a will unit with defense buff and kill off your Bulldozer, okay? So once the Theomars has his turn, the Kamoon to give his shield to save your passive to Theomars because we already know he has less HP than the Kamoon. That'd be very questionable. And then you bulldoze down the Kamoon, and then you're left with a 1v3, right? Super versatile. And if you want to see like a damage test here, look at this. I can go to Guild War right here and test out my own team for your own purpose, right? So like I said there, a very common team that you saw was a Kamoon. So grade Kamoon, very common team, right? Is Kamoon, Theomars, and a Ritesh, right? This Ritesh is 38,000 bonus HP, okay? So the test here is going to be, can I copper Bulldozer my first team? If not, I built a great defense. If I can, this team's hot garbage, right? It's right here. You kill off the wind unit, not the Theomars because he didn't endure. You bop him right here, Thundering Strike, 64k, right? You saw how much HP my Retesh has. And my towers are max too, right? So now that Theomars had its turn, he could have killed off my Messity because his defense broke and he found proc, maybe. But then we get rid of this unit right here. 24k punches, and then we have a 1v3. So in reality, you can do? You can build like 10 of these teams and have 10 Ws in Guild Wars Siege. Not that I'm telling you to do it, but I'm just saying it's a possibility if you want to be try hard and go 10-0 every time and just copper bulldozer everything. And just move your runes over, right? So once again, this team is super versatile for these teams that don't have control. So that's like a Tiana strip, for example, or a Molong strip, for example, and they're just tanks, and you can pick them off one by one while living. Right, guys? So if you guys like that video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and make sure you build the Copper Dozer team because it's super freelo, and I'm not done just yet. And for you guys who want to see a variation, a good variation to this Copper Bulldozer team is when you got 2 fire units and something else, right? You can't possibly copper that, right? However, what you can do is you run this variation of the rat and this unit right here, right? So you have a defense right here, 33% from Olivia, and your single threat is your Bulldozer. What you do is you use Olivia for first turn to give this unit power punch, and you punch down the fire threat. You use Raccoony and you cycle with Rabbit's agility, and you cycle with briefing to get first skill stuns, and eventually you have enough to go for another full power punch to pick up another unit, right? So you manipulate AI so there's no water monsters, and therefore your Bulldozer will always be safe, and you do have a sustain unit with Raccoony. So that's all for this video. So make sure you guys build this team and have 10 O's with Guild War and Guild Siege. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.